Hi, I'm Adam, VP of Innovation at SquaredUp. A big part of my job is working with our customers to come up with solutions to often very complex problems. But it's also really great to hear from customers who are solving a pretty straightforward problem, and SquaredUp's giving them real value. If you've used Azure DevOps and you have multiple projects, just getting that single pane of glass reporting across all of your projects is actually pretty difficult. In fact, it's impossible in Azure DevOps. Last week, I had a conversation with a customer, Ruben from SmartestEnergy, an energy supplier based here in the UK. And for the last 3 years, Ruben has been using SquaredUp to give him total visibility across all of his Azure DevOps projects. Let's hand over to Ruben now and hear his story. Ruben, you work at SmartestEnergy. Maybe you could tell me a little bit about what you do there and what SmartestEnergy does in general. Big shout out.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm head of development and testing for Smartest Energy. So I lead and manage the development area, having a development team, and also the testing area. So having a testing area and testing services reporting to me. I report to the VP of IT, and so manage and everything related with development and testing, also setting up the standards and ways of working on that area for the company. Smartest Energy, just quickly, so we are energy supplier, not a producer of energy, but we do a lot of trading and also trying to help our customers to achieve that their net zero objectives. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, really nice. So the the applications that you're deploying, the things you're monitoring in SquaredUp, what kind of applications are those? Are they
So they are mostly internal applications that business and the business users use on different processes on their day-to-day work. So I'm using the dashboards here to monitor kind of the DevOps area. So all the CI/CD pipelines and the release pipelines from Azure DevOps.
Mhm.
I've my main reason to coming to this was I wanted to have a single view of all the builds that happen in a time period and
Yeah.
all the releases, and I wanted to have that on a single, and I wanted to be able to look at that at any point in time. So yeah,
So your source tool is Azure DevOps,
correct.
and
Yeah.
was the issue with Azure DevOps' own reporting? Are you using like multiple projects? Is it kind of
Exactly. So
yeah
lots of different projects, different applications on different projects, and I had to have the metrics. I had to go to different to the individual project to get that, and I wanted to have like a single view where I wanted to know how many builds I had today, for example, how many failed,
yeah
what's the duration, the average duration of the build. So all the different metrics I wanted to have them very quickly and very up to date. For the other hand, I wanted to have, for example, metrics around every quarter, every 6 months, every year. So and this also helped me to gather those
yeah.
metrics more easily.
Nice. Yeah, that's really nice. I think it's probably just worth shouting out that I think in about a month's time you'll have been using SquaredUp for 3 years, which given we only launched SquaredUp Cloud 3 years and 1 month ago, I think that's pretty impressive. You've been there kind of from the start. Um, Over that time, have you sort of tried out any other data sources, or are you just strictly Azure DevOps reporting?
It has been strictly Azure DevOps. At some point, I did a little experience a while ago with some SQL data also, but this was the main requirement for my role and for my team
Yeah,
that I found that for a tool like this and compared to other things I have tried, I thought this was and is still after those years the one I go to so to use it.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Okay. And is it just sort of you and your team that use these dashboards, or do you share them out with other people?
At the moment, the dashboard itself is just me and the leads of
Hmm.
my team. I mean, I use the metrics on the dashboards to incorporate them in other wider documents that I circulate, but not the dashboards itself. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I think since you signed up, we've changed we've changed quite a bit. We get access to one dashboard that's available for sharing, where always adding features around things like KPIs and health roll-ups and that kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully over time there may be some extra additional data. 'Cause I remember from a previous conversation, a lot of what gets deployed through ADO is going into Azure. So being able to sort of bring all that data into one place again could be a pretty cool sort of
Sure.
future use case. Get your Azure
Yeah.
people involved as well.
Yeah.
Can you remember all those years ago, sort of how you found SquaredUp? Was it just a casual Google search for?
So yeah. So at that point, and it was not too much time after I joined SmartestEnergy. So I was looking at improving the DevOps area and the DevOps practices, and we didn't have all the CI/CD pipelines available. So I had a DevOps engineer working for me where he added all the pipelines. So obviously we started getting volumes, and then I had the requirement to have the monitoring and this visibility, and I thought that I found that through Azure DevOps I wasn't fulfilling that requirement.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a bit of a review of different tools, searching what could fulfill this. I end up also finding SquaredUp, and then we did like some comparison and tried did like a POC with a couple of options,
Yeah.
and yeah, and end up deciding to use this one because it was the one that came up stronger in terms of what I needed. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, that's great to hear. Great to hear. Maybe you could show us the dashboard. We could just have a quick look and
Yeah, sure.
see how busy the team is.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have a couple of dashboards, as I mentioned. So I have one for the builds that happened today, and then last week. So and then quarter, month, year, and then I have a similar one for the releases, and then I have some specific ones for the testing CI builds. Yeah, I mean this one, for example, over the last 7 days. So we have different applications, and it gives me also the yeah, very easy to have a metric around number of builds and if they were failing, and so and then the same for quarterly view. And let me see if I scroll this. I think I have something more. So yeah, so I also have kind of this view here, which is quite visual also. So I quite like it. It's very visual. Yeah, so that's kind of the format of the layout I have for the different for the CI builds. For the releases, I can also show. So yeah, it's more like just a list of the runs and the number of the releases.
Mhm.
But again, it has also the person who did the release. So it has lots of interesting information for me to monitor. Yeah.
Do you use this? Does it give you sort of a simple way to just like browse out into ADO if you want to like drill into any details, see a failure? Do you use it like that, or is?
Yeah, also again, because in here, I mean, each application is a different project in ADO. So I have here a very quick way to just navigate if I
Mhm.
want from here to multiple projects, and that's also quite neat. Yeah.
Yeah. I notice pretty much all those dashboards have a health state. So I can see you've got monitoring turned on. So
Yeah.
in those cases, is it just if there's anything unhealthy, you just want the red blob to show up and let you know.
Yes. Yes. Again, it's very visual. So at any point usually I have this always open. I mean, ideally, in the olden days, if you were in the office, this could be on the screen for near the team for everybody to see. I mean,
Mhm.
nowadays we are working remotely and spread across, so I tend to have always a window open on my browser, and yeah, during the day or when I start the day or finish the day, I just have a look and see yeah how
Yeah.
how the state is for the builds and the releases. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Do you use the like notifications at all? Like just tell you on Teams or Slack or by email if anything changes?
That's something I haven't tried yet, to be completely honest. So I think also, I mean, the volume is quite well contained. Also, sometimes I'm one of the approvals of the releases, so I know they are going to happen anyway.
Sure.
Uh, so um, so yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, lots has changed in the last few years, but I mean, I'm glad to see it sort of working for you. It's doing what you need. That's really really cool to see. Many thanks to Ruben for sharing that story. It's really really great to see SquaredUp still providing value after such a long time, being the daily dashboard for DevOps at SmartestEnergy. At SquaredUp, we have exactly that same trouble, so we use our dashboards in a very similar way. In fact, if you're interested in learning more about DevOps and dashboarding within SquaredUp, check out the sessions by Tim Wheeler on DevOps insights and Dora dashboards and monitoring DevOps pipelines. If you're using SquaredUp for a similar purpose, dashboarding your DevOps metrics, and would like to share your story, reach out, adam@squaredup.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.